What we find is that the type of dog that is available has changed. So sometimes people take the dog that is available. 20 years ago, maybe they wanted a German Shepherd or a different type of dog. But now, because these dogs are available to more people, then this is the dog they take. Also, we find that in areas of poverty, there may be issues of high crime. And these dogs are thought to be great for protection. They are thought to be almost warrior dogs. So it's a process of empowerment also for some people that live in these areas. Finally, the other issue is image and status. And we find that some young men who live in poor, deprived areas or live in poverty, they're maybe not going to get a job, they're maybe not going to go to university, they maybe find it difficult to raise their status, but they want to raise their reputation. And they do that by perhaps getting involved in criminal activity, and sometimes they do it by getting a dog, a large, aggressive dog, that will perform this role for them. And that's a worry.
You also had quite a bit on the increase of dogfights in the United States, in the United Kingdom. Is this going to spread all over Europe?
I think it's already there, and I don't think it's ever gone away. In England, we banned dogfighting in 1835, before Queen Victoria came to the throne. So we all thought dogfighting had gone away. Now we find dogfighting is still there, but it's very underground. And I think you will also have the same thing here in the Netherlands. It's the same in Germany, in Finland, in Sweden, all of these places, it's the same thing. What we find now is there is a change. Dogfighting is not just in rural areas or in farm areas, it's also now in the inner city. So there is a change, and this makes people think it's a bigger issue than it was before.
You think it's also a cultural issue? You showed some presentations of people from Asian cultures, a sheet with a lot of people from the Caribbean areas. Is it a cultural issue that dogfighting is coming to the cities and still there?
Mostly I think it's an issue of poverty, unemployment, young men. There are some issues culturally for some communities because they view dogs in different ways. If they view the dog as a working dog, then they have a different relationship with the dog. So dogfighting is perhaps a normal thing. So in places like Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, those areas dogfighting is common. Also maybe Indonesia and some Southeast Asian countries. So there culturally dogfighting is acceptable. Here, culturally, dogfighting is not acceptable, but we still have many white people, British people, Dutchmen who are involved, so it's a complex issue.
You mentioned also showed some regulations, some things to do about dogfighting, about these dogs, but will these people comply as they are already in the anti-culture?
Yes, the answer is probably no. This is always a struggle. We have at the moment legislation that looks at the wrong end. It looks at the issue after all of this has happened. Maybe we need to put more emphasis on the front end before things happen, prevent things. In terms of this cultural practice, this cultural phenomenon, we find there's a level of acceptability in some communities. Not just cultural or ethnic communities, but in many communities there's an acceptance that this is okay, that it's okay to have these kind of large bull breeds or even aggressive dogs. Maybe we need to change that back a little bit. Maybe we need to find different ways of communicating to people, educating people, that they can have a different relationship with animals, a more positive relationship, where the dog is not seen as a commodity, but as a family being, a family member, an animal with feelings. This is where we should be heading, not viewing the dog as a commodity, which unfortunately happens now.